Alrighty, welcome to another 40-minute OG full body workout. So I call it OG, just going back to kind of the roots, more fundamental movements, no fancy like stuff that sometimes can happen on the micro, which is awesome, but sometimes you kind of need to draw it back in and just focus on alignment and form, and then your tempo and all the other good stuff. So 40 minutes, you got me here, I got you here. We have the front of the micro here, the back of the micro as always. I have just my cables on, just the cables, and then enough space on the back of your microformer. We're gonna do froggy kick. So it's like a variation on your scrambled egg, all right? So we're gonna start on one light spring. I'm actually going to a white for a good old wheelbarrow. So knees to your carriage, hands are gonna go to your front platform. You're gonna open up your hips into your modified plank position, wrap the knuckles down, take your thumbs out, find that beautiful long line from the crown of your head all the way down through the knees. Imagine the energy going through the head continuously and then even down through the knees so the energy doesn't stop. You're going to start to slowly float your carriage back just from the shoulders. So you're not going to let the hips lift and lower. You're not pulling forward and back with the knees. And I challenge you to stop before you stack the shoulders over your wrists. I want you to keep it just behind the wrists if that feels okay for you. So one white spring is going to be a little more challenging than your black spring. Not good or bad, just is what it is. We're more than halfway there. We're going to go into a bear, keeping the hands where they're at and placing your toes onto your carriage. You've got less than 10 seconds here. Keep breathing. Find that rhythm with your breath and each movement. You've got 4, 3, 2. Let's go to a bear. Toes to your carriage. All right, so spine is parallel to the floor, means hips and shoulders are in one line. Keep the shoulders stacked right above or slightly behind for more of a challenge, the wrists. You're gonna press your carriage back, keeping the hips in line with the shoulders. Draw the carriage back forward and hover your knees under your hips. Now, after watching videos of classes from last week, oh boy, I really need to focus on finding that connection to the abdominals. About halfway there, 30 seconds. We're gonna go into a plank to pike, keeping the hands where they're at, lengthening the legs back behind you. Down to 20 seconds. So now we're more than halfway there. Looking good, staying strong. Try to wrap the elbows back so that you connect into your triceps and your lats. Beautiful job. Oh, my arms are still tired from Tuesday's arms class. Hello. All right, less than 10 seconds here. Lengthening out your legs behind you. Your hips will drop slightly below the shoulders in 4, 3, 2, plank to pike. All right, here we go. Exhale. Keep the heels lifted high. Keep the shoulders stacked above your wrists. And carefully think about lifting your tailbone, not just your hips, but specifically your tailbone up toward the ceiling. You got it. And lift. Beautiful work. Trying to find that slow 4-count tempo. Keeping the shoulders drawn down away from the ears, and it's actually coming from the action of the shoulder blades. Woo, more than halfway there, 20 seconds. We're gonna go right into your leg block from here. We've got a runner's lunge, one heavy spring coming up. 10 more seconds. Left foot on your front platform, right foot anchoring into the front of your carriage somewhere in 4, 3, 2. We've got a runner's lunge. Beautiful work. So I'm going to go to a red. If you're lucky enough to have that gray, by all means. Okay, so left foot on your front platform. I'm anchoring the right foot into the cutout in my carriage. I'm going to stay low in my left leg, golden angle, as I press my carriage back. Now, even more important than how far you push your carriage back is how low that you can stay in that left leg. Beautiful job. So I am leaning forward just slightly. I'm drawing the energy down through the bottom of my heel on the left leg, keeping my back heel, my right heel lifted as high as I can. Keeping the back heels stacked above the balls of your feet. Find that connection to your abdominals, not only here, but really, right at the bra line, the rib cage. Nothing too fancy here. We're just gonna keep pressing back with the right leg, staying low in the left leg, golden angle, right? Your goal is to try and find 90 degrees in your left leg. Looking good. Now, how far do you bring your back knee forward? As long as you can maintain that neutral position in your pelvis, it doesn't start to tuck under. And as long as you can stay low in your left leg, bring the carriage as far forward as you can. I normally stop with the knee under the hip. That's where I can still feel a lot of tension through my left leg. All right, you're gonna hold the carriage halfway back, right knee under your right hip in 4, 3, 2. Hold your carriage still, trying to get your bearings here. Now tiny pulses, down and up, down and up. Now you can go fast, you can go slow, just make it a small movement. Create that intention. I say it often in my classes. Your body, your mind is what's working. The machine, your micro, is helping you to facilitate each movement. We've got 20 more seconds here. We're gonna go to a standing outer thigh, and I'm actually gonna add one more light spring onto my heavy spring setting, and my back will be turned to you, but I'll still be here with you for the next, less than 40 minutes now. We've got 4, 3, 2, standing outer thigh. So left foot on your front platform, right foot on your carriage. You're gonna hinge your upper body forward as you press your carriage out. Try not to let your hips push back. So I'm trying not to let my booty move back or toward you as I push the carriage out. Now notice I'm not gonna bring my carriage all the way in. Right here is where I stop because I still feel the tension on the outsides of both hips. Now, even if you have the flexibility to, and I know I said I was gonna add a light spring, I didn't, but I'm still on one heavy. Try not to let your shoulders go below your hips. Oh yeah. You wanna feel that work in the outsides of both hips. This is where you really also have to think about anchoring or connecting into your abdominals to help support your spine. Lengthen out the crown of your head. Got it. So again, I'm stopping right about here because I still feel that work in the outsides of the hips. Any closer in and I lose that connection. Looking good. We're gonna hold the carriage about halfway out. We're gonna go into a slow 4 count squat in 4, 3, 2. Hold your carriage halfway out. You are hinging forward. Now bend the knees. Keep your knees in line with your first and second toes. Keep the weight centered. 4 count squat down. Keep your carriage still. 4 count squat to lift. Ooh, shaking my legs and back down. We've got a skater coming up. So the weight is gonna be centered, and for me, I have my weight centered right above my MicroFormer logo. Being mindful not to let the knees fall into my midline. Let's hold it low. We're going to a skate in 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Now get as low as you can. Push your hips back and now skate your right leg out. All right, I'm here with you. My back's to you, but I'm still here. Here we go, and skate. Now, as you push the carriage out, as you move your right leg, you're not gonna let your weight shift. You're gonna stay super solid in your position, working the right glute to help maintain your weight centered in between, both legs. We've got 20 seconds. Looking good. Oh yeah, I have got a shake going on. That's what you want. 3 S's. Shake, sweat. Hopefully the next day you're a bit sore. All right, we've got 10 more seconds. We're gonna hold the carriage about halfway out in 4, 3, 2. Hold the carriage and I'll pulse your right leg out. Pulse your right leg out. Again, fast, slow, you choose. Just keep your movement small. We're going into bungee hamstring curls. We're gonna do a little variation on the bungee though. Here we go. We've got 10 more seconds. I'm going to try and get a little lower. You are too. Here we go. You've got 4, 3, 2, bungee, bungee. Let's go to 1 light spring for this variation though. All right. So bungee hamstring curl, right knee on your carriage, bungee around the bottom of your left foot. Actually ride the carriage slightly forward and put the ball of your right foot against the platform. So you're slightly away from your front platform on your carriage. Hands to the monorail, now hamstring curl. Reach the leg back. Keep the knee at the exact same height as you curl your heel towards your seat. So if this is confusing, just take your carriage all the way home. Otherwise, I have my knee on my carriage and the ball of my right foot pushing against the ring of fire closest to my carriage on the platform. Now I always say, try to feel that lift of the rib cage away from the monorail. Wrap the elbows back, lengthen through the crown of your head, pull the navel in nice and tight. Something else that I notice in the videos as well that I need to work on. And lengthen the leg back. You got it. Again, as you curl and bend the knee, don't let the knee dip down towards the floor. Keep the leg lifted at the same height, woo, the entire time. We're heading to the back. Ooh, we've got a kneeling inner thigh. Stay on that 1 light spring. 15 more seconds here in your bungee hamstring curl. You've got this, ladies, looking good. And maybe there's a gentleman watching later as well. So ladies and gents, here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2, kneeling inner thigh. I'm going to stay in that 1 black spring. So left leg on your back platform, right leg on your carriage. My pants are a bit slippery. I need my straps. Here we go. I'm going to take my arms out to a T. Now keeping the body upright and supported, moving the carriage carefully in and out. Now remember, inner thigh adductor muscles are long and thin muscles. Try to keep your range of motion just in that safe range, right? You don't want to stretch too far and risk pulling and groin. Ooh. Energy through the arms, wherever you choose to put them. Weight centered in between both legs. Now I challenge you to try and let some of that energy go from your glutes and feel more energy in through the inner thighs, pelvic floor, and abdominals. Looking good. We're going to hold the carriage about halfway out. Make sure that the booty's not sticking back. You want to stack everything, head over shoulders over hips. Hold it still in 3, 2, hold your carriage still, hands behind your head, elbows wide. Good, now we're gonna rotate just the upper body from your right to your left. Waist up only. Got about 15 more seconds. Here's where we have 5th lunge. If you have a white spring, you can also do escalator lunge at the front. If 5th lunge is not your jam today, good, you've got 4. Here's 3, you've got 2, 5th lunge. I'm gonna change to a white spring. All right, so set up, just be careful. I'm gonna grab onto my carriage, step my right foot back onto my platform, left foot goes onto my carriage. All right, carefully stand using your pole, and let's start your 5th lunge. So if you're at the front and doing an escalator, your left foot will also be on the carriage. So you'll actually be facing in the opposite direction, but your working leg will still be on the carriage, just at the front. You're gonna feel that deep connection, that stretch perhaps to the front side of your right hip. Beautiful. So whether you're doing escalator or 5th, make sure that you're going down into your lunge, right? And up out of your lunge, as opposed to trying to push your carriage forward and pull your carriage back. Your carriage is moving because you're moving your body. Again, nothing fancy here, really giving your mind and body the opportunity to find that perfect form and the slowest tempo possible. We're already halfway through, so you're already 1 minute in. Is that better to know or not to know? That's up for debate though, right? And then lift. Left leg is definitely shaking here. Got it. We are gonna do just one hold coming up. We've got about 10 more seconds. You're gonna hold it at the bottom. Good, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, here it is, we're holding. Now, if it's too much tension through the hip flexor, hinge your upper body forward slightly. If not, try to keep the body upright. Keep that connection to your abdominals. Burning, burning, burning. 20 more seconds. We've got froggy kicks coming up. It's a variation on your scrambled eggs. So you're gonna set up like you're doing a scrambled egg with 2 light springs. We've got 10 more seconds here. Carefully, please, carefully coming out of this lunge, especially if you're at the back. You've got 4, 3, 2, you did it. Carefully coming on up. All right, 2 light springs. Heading to the back, set up for scrambled egg. Good, foot strap, or if you have your handle around the bottom of your left foot. Hands on either side of the monorail. Lift your left leg back behind you. Now from here, you're gonna rotate your toe and knee out to the side. And then you're gonna bend the knee, bring it just to the side of your hip if you're able to maintain your alignment, and then push the leg back. So yes, you're moving your leg. Are you getting a bit of work through the leg? Absolutely, but this is a core stabilizing anti-rotational exercise. Just like your bungee, centering your body over your monorail. Now, depending on the mobility in your hip, your leg might be lower. Some people can hold their leg up here and still maintain the alignment in their bodies. Choose that perfect angle for you. If your leg is tired, maybe you hold it a little lower. No worries. You'll build up the strength to hold the leg higher. And press. 20 more seconds, more than halfway there. We've got a twisted giant wheelbarrow. 1 light spring, staying at the back, knees on your carriage, knees on your back platform, hands on your carriage. I'll talk you through it. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, giant twisted wheelbarrow, 1 light spring. All right, knees stay on your back platform, hands on your carriage. You're gonna rotate your knees and your belly button to your right. And then we're gonna go into a wheelbarrow. So your lower body stays still. I'm stacking my right leg onto my left and crossing my right ankle over the left. Lower body is rotated, upper body is square to your carriage. Whew. I've got a shaky going on. You got it. So checklist from the crown of your head all the way to your toes. Are you breathing? Are you focused? Shoulders away from the ears. Halfway there. 30 seconds. Looking good. We're gonna go into a giant side plank. Left elbow and forearm down on your carriage. Knees or feet to your back platform. You've got about 15 seconds. This one is a doozy. It's at the back. You're pulling against the tension of your spring and holding on to your side plank. Choose wisely. You've got 4. Here's 3. Go 2. Here we go, side plank. So left elbow and forearm down in your carriage. I'm gonna try my knees. See how that goes. I'm gonna try my feet, All right. So imagine your body in between 2 panes of glass. All right, so now all we're gonna do is wave our hands in the air like you just don't care. Arm towards the ear, and then arm down to the side of your body. You don't have to move the arm. I know it's challenging just to keep that plank position. Remember, if you have any shoulder issues, I would put your elbow and forearm down on a stable surface, so one of the platforms instead of your carriage, just so you have a bit more stability through the shoulder joint. We've got about 10 more seconds. We're gonna go single arm tricep extension using the cable that's in front of you. Back to 2 light springs. Here we go. Woo. This is your last 5, 4, 3, 2. Carefully come on down. 2 light springs. Single arm tricep extension with your cable. So I'm going to grab onto my cable. Left hand. Whew. Tucking the upper arm to the side of my body and then extending the arm back. Now hopefully you have a bit more room than I do. Actually, this works. Trying to stack your right shoulder above your right wrist and the hips above your knees. Just your left arm, single arm tricep extension. Now if you have the space, try to reach your right leg back behind you for a core stabilizing challenge. Oh boy, the sweat is in my eyes. It is very humid here in Hawaii. Whew. So it's definitely a sweat fest. Halfway there, you've got 30 seconds. Keeping that engagement and connection into your abdominals. Keeping the left arm lifted. We're gonna go into a single arm bicep curl. All you're gonna do is keep that cable in your hand. Bring the body upright, take the arm out in front of you. Ooh, less than 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. You did it. Just bring your body upright, arm goes forward, single arm bicep curl. I am leaning my upper body back. So nice long line from my knees to the crown of my head once again. My arm is lifted slightly away from my body. If you want more tension, move back. Now your body, your shoulders and hips remain square right to your front. As you curl the arm, it's very easy to let the body rotate towards that arm. Not wrong, just not what we're doing right now. Looking good. All right, more than halfway there, 20 seconds. We're heading back to the top. Runner's lunge, right side. 10 more seconds. At least 1 heavy spring. And I'm sorry, if you do need your poles for that, you can take it down with you in 4, 3, 2. You did it. Let's go runner's lunge, at least 1 heavy spring. I'm gonna go to a red. Right foot on your front platform, left foot anchoring somewhere into the front side of your carriage. If it's at the very front, it's gonna feel very heavy. I'm going to the cutout of my carriage. Now get low. That's where you wanna start off. Low, low, low on the right leg. Leah, that looks good. Yeah. So now, instant shake. Normally I can connect better into my right leg. Maybe you can as well. Might be the opposite for you. Wonderful thing about these classes and all these exercises is you can really kind of start to recognize the imbalances in your body. Whew, like right off the bat, my right leg. Now granted, we did the left side where the right leg was working, so it may be a little more tired. But as always, I always feel more in the right leg. Find your golden angle, right? That's your goal. Even more important than how far you push that carriage back, that's secondary. Keeping the body just slightly leaning forward, just slightly, keeping that connection into your abdominals. Alrighty. Whew. Both of my legs are shaking. Hopefully yours are, at least one. You got it. 15 more seconds. You're going to hold the carriage halfway back. So left knee under your left hip. Sorry, light touch. Lucky to have the wall close by, but it was kind of depending on that wall. Here we go. Holding it still in 3. Your carriage is still in 2. Hold your carriage still. Now tiny pulses. Remember, you're creating that intention. What does that mean? You're pushing down and pushing up. Pushing down and pushing up. Not just bouncing through the movement. 15 seconds. Second set, standing outer thigh. I think I'm going to stay on 1 heavy. You can add a light spring. So we're going to turn, we're going to huli. Just turn over to your left shoulder in 4, 3, 2. Standing outer thigh. Right foot on your front platform, left foot on your carriage. Start right into it. Keep tension on the outsides of the hips at all times. Hinge the upper body forward. And remember, it's very easy in this move to let your hips push back behind you. Keep the weight right up above where your heels would be. Of course, they're moving out from under you. And then instantly you'll feel that work on the outsides of your hips. Keep that support for your spine, right? And remember not to bring your carriage all the way in, or I should say find that range of motion where you keep the tension on the outsides of your hips. And forward. Oh boy. Yeah, find that shaky, shaky, that quakey, quakey. 10 more seconds. You're gonna hold your carriage about halfway out where you would normally do a squat, and we're gonna go into a slow 4-count squat. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your carriage halfway, and now slow 4-count squat. Now watch the knees, don't let them come into your midline. You're not engaging here. Engage the glutes right here, yep, on the outsides of your hips. Take it as low as you can, and then press to lift. Yeah, that looks good, everybody. How are you guys doing at home? I know you're doing awesome. So we're gonna go into a skater coming up. All right. I said, all right, my leg is shaking. Here we go, holding it low, 10 seconds. Think about, as Sharni said in her video, hips go back first. Let's hold it low in 3, 2, hold it low. Now skate your left leg out, slowly and with control. So your hips should be back. Abdominals engaged to help support the spine. Both legs are shaking. So this is really, and I've said it before, a bilateral movement, right? So you're working both legs. One is pushing, one is stabilizing. I definitely feel it. Hopefully you do as well. Oh boy, 15 seconds. I'm gonna try and get lower. You try that too. I know you can. All right, tiny pulses to finish in 4, 3, 2, tiny pulses. Hold your carriage still. Now tiny pulses down and up. Remember, create that intention in both directions. Oh, sweat in my eyes. If there's not a song, there should be a song called Sweat in My Eyes. 20 seconds. We've got bungee hamstring curls. 1 light spring. Remember, it's that variation on the bungee. 10 more seconds, or what I think is a variation. That may just be how it should be done. On the micro, I've done it both ways. You've got 4, 3, 2, bungee, bungee, 1 light spring. All right. That was not the most graceful. So remember, safety first. It may not look graceful. Okay, you're gonna push forward slightly so the ball of your left foot is pressing into the edge of the ring of fire in your platform closest to your carriage. Hamstring curl in your bungee. Keep your body square to your monorail. Push the chest away. Feel the navel lifting. And really, if your spine is in the correct alignment, most likely the correct muscles are gonna be firing. It's all about alignment and form. Keeping the knee. Right knee lifted, not sinking down towards the floor. Keeping the carriage still, left knee under your hip. Bungee, I would consider bungee my nemesis. You may as well. And I always say, I'm sorry I didn't say this before, when you put your bungee on your foot, or even your foot straps on your cables, try to take it closer to your heel, but still in the arch, if that makes sense. 20 more seconds. We're gonna go second set, kneeling inner thigh. Oh boy. I may have to go to 1 ultra light. 10 more seconds. Because I wanna keep moving through my class. I don't wanna have to pause at all. You've got 4, 3, 2, second set, kneeling inner thigh. Oh boy, these OG workouts, man. Woo-wee. All right, heading back. Right foot on your back platform. Right knee. Left knee on your carriage. All right. Again, I'm gonna take my arms out to my side. Stacking head over shoulders, over hips, over knees. Oh. Try to release that tension or draw more attention to the inner thighs, your pelvic floor, and your abdominals. Stay long in the spine. Again, alignment of the spine, super important. Whew. My glutes are shaking. Looking good. We're already more than halfway there, 20 seconds. Coming up, 5th lunge. Or if you're gonna go to the front, escalator lunge. Whichever you choose, 10 more seconds. It's your right foot that's gonna go on the carriage. Here we go, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. 5th lunge if you have your white spring, escalator if you wanna go to the front. Okay, drawing the carriage back. I'm gonna put my left ball of my foot back on my carriage, use my pole to get up safely, and I'm going slow, just so you can kind of see the transition. Yeah. And here we go, my friends. Woohoo! Now again, I know it's easier said than done. This is the last leg focused exercise in today's class. But you're thinking about going down into your lunge, and then instead of pulling back, I'm trying to lift up out of my lunge. And this works on the front or the back, whether you're doing escalator or your 5th lunge. That way you're less chance of using the back hip flexor to come out of this movement. So if I start to pull back, I feel this. If I think about lifting up, oh yeah, more, lots of hamstring actually, especially on the back. All right, here we go. Remember, nothing fancy. Really just thinking about tempo, alignment, and of course, oh, my leg is shaking. We've got 20 more seconds. We've got that really kind of gnarly hold coming up. Please be safe. We've got 15 more seconds before our hold. All right, here we go. Holding it low in 5. Oh boy, get ready. 3, 2, hold your lunge. Remember, you have the option to lean slightly forward. Front knee stacked above your ankle the entire time. Drawing the shoulders down, connecting into your abdominals. We can do this. We've only got 20 more seconds. Carefully coming out of this movement for your froggy kick, 2 light springs. Last 10 seconds. You've got it, friends. You've got it. Stay with me. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, froggy kick. Carefully come on in. Woo. All right, 2 light springs. I was gonna say 2 heavy springs. That would just be bananas. All right, foot strap around the bottom of your right foot. Remember, take it to the heel, closer to the heel in your arch. Reach the leg back, rotate the knee and toe out to your right. Now bend the knee forward without letting it pass your hip. And back. Left hip stacked above your left knee. Oh yeah, this one is a doozy for sure right now, you guys. Stay with me. Remember, your leg doesn't have to be high. It can stay low as long as it's slightly externally rotated. Halfway there, 30 seconds. We've got a twisted giant wheelbarrow, 1 light spring. And if you want to challenge yourself, if you're up for the challenge, keep it on 2 light. Why not? As long as your alignment and form is not compromised. Here we go, last 4, 3, 2. Ooh, twisted giant wheelbarrow. All right, I'm gonna go to 1 light. Not my day to do 2 light, but that's your goal eventually. Okay, knees, belly button rotated to your left. Stack your left knee over your right. Whew. And you're gonna cross the left ankle over your right. Now just think wheelbarrow, right? Lower body's rotated, but the upper body's still doing what you would do in any wheelbarrow. Chest is square to your carriage. Whew. Now you have so many options for this twisted wheelbarrow. If it's too much in the back, you've got the front. But try even just to limit your range of motion on the back and stay at the back as long as you can, as long as you can stay, move safely. Ooh, and we're more than halfway there. Got about 20 more seconds. We got a giant side plank. Right elbow, forearm down on your carriage. 15 seconds. So I'm really concentrating on feeling that lift, my chest pushing away from my carriage. All right, here we go. Side plank in 4, 3, 2, giant side plank, right side. All right, knees or feet to your back platform, elbow down to your carriage. Oh yeah. Oh, that right side. Hello. All right, now if you're up for the challenge, waving your hand in the air like you just don't care. But of course I know you do. Now in your side plank, not only thinking about lifting your hip, right? You're thinking about that rib cage too. Oh boy. Already halfway there, 30 seconds, stay with me. You have the option to go to your knees or even just hold your side plank. You got it. Last 10 seconds. Single arm tricep extension with your cable. 2 light springs. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Carefully come out of this. 2 light springs. Single arm tricep extension. It is a sweat fest here. I call my home studio the sauna. And reaching back. I'm changing to a little shorter cable just because of the space that really I don't have here in my home studio. Looking good. Now find that support. Now if you have the room, I can do it with my leg bent. I don't mind that. Lifting the left leg back behind you. You're keeping your right upper arm tucked into the side of your body and then extending the arm back. And I really need to focus on slowing down my tempo. Oh yeah, 20 more seconds. Single arm bicep curl. Same arm, just a quick change. Bring the arm forward and bring your body upright. 10 more seconds here. Oh, my arm is shaking. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, quick change. Taking the body upright, palm up, single arm bicep curl. So again, I'm hinging back from the knees. You got it. Woo! Keeping the shoulders and hips square. Looking good. Keeping that work, that tension through the back, right? So between the shoulder blades. 20 seconds here, everyone. Oh, yeah. 1 light spring, we're going super crunch. Super duper, less than 10 seconds. How are you doing at home? I'm there with you in spirit. Here we go. We've got 4, 3, 2. You got it. 1 light spring, super crunch. Okay, so sitting your booty on your platform, feet underneath your carriage strap. I'm gonna go hands behind my head to lean the body back. Keep the length of the spine, the engagement in the abdominals, and lift. Remember, you can always change the position of your arms as opposed to stopping any of your movements. Limit your range of motion, but you know your body the best. Listen to your mind and body. Always challenge in each class your mind and body. All right, we're gonna hold it halfway back in 4, 3, oh boy, 2, hold it halfway back. Now tiny pulses with the lower body, so just the legs coming in, pulse it in and out. Remember, slow, fast tempo, just make it small. You choose the tempo that works best for you today. All right, holding the legs still in 3, 2, hold the legs still, now lean the body back and up. 1 inch back, 1 inch up. Again, changing the arms if you need. We're gonna finish it off here. Back to your full range, legs and upper body in 4, 3, 2, you got it. So lean it back, extend the legs, and lift. This is it. Last 20 seconds of your workout. 40-minute OG full body. You guys did it. Last 10 seconds. That's right. You made it. Stay with me. You're almost there. We're so close. This is your last 5, 4, 3, 2. You did it. DUN done. 40-minute OG. You guys rocked it live. I know you guys are going to rock it at home. Have a good one. Stay safe. See you again soon.